Hey there, welcome to the channel. Tara has requested gluten-free apple turnovers. Look at how golden they are. I'm very excited to try these. I'm gonna take the easy route today. I'll tell you how in just a moment. The other thing to stick around for is that Tara is actually going to be in a video, just not mine. Stick around to the end of the video because I'm gonna tell you where you can find a video of both she and I. Again, not on this channel though. I'm Jamie with SavorySaver. I share gluten-free recipes, tips, tricks, and resources to make your gluten-free lifestyle easier. So please consider hitting subscribe and let's get started. All right, so real quick with this puff pastry, I am still seeing chatter on some of the Facebook groups I'm in that it's hard to find. So this was found at Target. I do know they carry it. So if you're having trouble finding it, I would definitely check Target first. I will link below to the Sweet Loren's website because if I remember correctly, I did that last time because they actually could tell you where to find this. One thing I did not realize from reading the directions the last time, which that can be helpful with recipes, is that the parchment paper that it comes with, we can actually use to bake on. So I'm gonna do that, save myself my own parchment paper. We're making it super simple today, guys. I'm using a can of apple pie filling. This is Great Value brand from Walmart, and it is listed as gluten-free, so we're already set there. The only ingredients I'm gonna use besides that gluten-free puff pastry and the apple pie filling is an egg to put an egg wash on top to help it brown, and some turbinado sugar because Tara has requested she wants some sugar on the top. So let's get these done. All right, guys, so the parchment paper that it was rolled in is on my pan. I'm just gonna cut it down a little bit. My puff pastry's over here. There is a crack in it, but I'm just gonna push it back together. I do not remember that from the last time I used it. All right, our pan's ready. Let's put this to the side. I'm gonna press these back together. And it's 12 inches by 10 inches. So let's see how many of these I can get away with making. I'm not gonna roll it out any because I don't want it to compress. I think that's gonna deter from the puffing up. So let's see how many I can actually get from these. All right, guys, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 4 inches by 5 inches because this is about 12 by 10. That's gonna give me 3 apple turnovers, but I want them to be a decent size. So I'm gonna do it that way and we'll see how they come out. So let's see how straight my cuts are. I think I'll just score it first. So that one looks a little, I'm gonna go over a little bit more again on this one because of course my cuts are never straight. Go over a little more on that one. All right, let's cut them and see where we're at this way. And then I'm gonna try to cut right down the middle. Okay, this doesn't want to stay together for me. All right, let's get the apple pie filling in there. Probably don't want to overstuff them. So it's probably, we're gonna do 2 or 3 apple slices a piece. And then if you can find some small stuff in there or a little bit of filling, fill it in with that. This one's a little bigger. I might be able to get some more in here. So I've got about half a can or more left, but we'll do something with that later. So I've got an egg in here and I added a little bit of heavy cream just because I have some I'm trying to use up instead of water. I'm gonna try to blend it with the immersion blender because I feel that with egg washes, the smoother you can get it, the better it turns out. So let me see if that works. This bowl might be too small. And it feels like it is. All right, so it actually worked. I probably still should have had a bigger bowl. Let's get this brushed on. I'm gonna use it around the edges of the inside to help seal. Then I'm gonna crimp it together and then we'll brush the tops as well. All right, let's brush this. We're gonna fold it over And line it up as best you can. And try to stretch it a little bit too if you need to. All right, let me fold these others over. Now I'm going to crimp each one down, and I can try to line it up at the same time. Try to slide it over so I can get to the inside of it. There we go. I'm gonna move it and then I'll brush it with egg wash again once I get it on the pan. So let's move this one over. You know what? Let me get something to move it with. Let's do this so we can move it all at once. All right, on to the next one. 3 apple turnover is done. Let's egg wash them. We're gonna see how well everything sticks. All right, I am gonna cut an air hole or 2 in each one just to let some steam escape. Okay, that's 4, that's more than 1 or 2. Let's sprinkle with the turbinado sugar. You don't have to do this, but it will add a little bit of sweetness and some crunch and color. All right, guys, these are ready for the oven. So Sweet Loren says to bake their puff pastry at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes. The last time I used the puff pastry, it took a little longer, and then the idea, I got this from on Facebook, actually said theirs took longer too. So I will give you a time after we get these baked. Let's get these baked off. I'll get a couple photos and we'll give them a test. All right, guys, they are out of the oven and they did go 20 minutes instead of the 15. They weren't quite as brown as I would like them. We actually don't have a ton of juices in that coming out of the side, so I like that. All right, let's move them over to this back grid to cool off a little bit. I'm doing that because I don't want them to get soggy, so I'm hoping this helps with that. Look at those pastries. They look really good. So a few minutes to cool, and then we'll cut into one and see how they look. All right, I'm gonna actually cut into one on film so we can see how the crispness is and how it actually cuts. But I just picked this up, listen. You hear it crackling? I'm very excited about that. Let's cut into it. All right, I'm gonna use a straight knife. We'll see if that works or if I should have gone serrated. Sounds crisp. Looks really good on the inside. Let's give it a try. All right, we're gonna taste it. We'll do recipe notes, and then I'm gonna tell you how you can actually see Tara in a video. I don't know if you can see the steam on camera, but it's still steaming, so it's pretty hot. This is really nice though. It's crispy. It's flaky. It's browned on the bottom. It's browned on the top. I like the turbinado sugar. Let's talk egg wash. I think the egg wash helped. I also think blending the egg and cream together with the immersion blender worked well. Here's the thing, guys. If you don't have one of those or don't want to dig it out, just use a fork, but beat it up until it's nice and smooth. I do think the more you break down the egg, the better the egg wash is. You guys, some of you know I work at a bakery part-time working with gluten, and I have found that when one of us beats up an egg wash with a fork as opposed to using the immersion blender, I think the coverage is better with an immersion blender. Totally up to you. You don't have one, don't worry about it. Also, if you don't have any eggs, just try milk or half and half or heavy cream. Do something like that to help seal the edges, or water if that's all you have. The water is not gonna do anything for help browning, but it will help keep the dough together if you don't have those other options. If you're dairy free, use oat milk or almond milk or whatever. Just do something to keep it together if you don't wanna do the egg or milk. I like the addition of the Turbinado Sugar. If you do not have that, skip it. If you want a little bit of something on top, maybe try a little sprinkle of cinnamon or something. That might be nice on it. Let's break it and see if we can catch the crackling on camera. All right, one more bite. Okay, a couple more things. Cool them on a grid. That is gonna help with any of that butter or filling that is seeped out of the bottom during the bake cycle. That's gonna help not make the turnovers soggy as soon as they come out of the oven. So move those to a grid to cool. If you want, even dab off the bottom a little bit with a paper towel before you put them to cool. But I do think that will help retain some of their crispness when you're getting ready to eat them. I've already told Tara, although this has not been tested at the time of this recipe has been filmed, to either reheat them in the toaster oven or an air fryer for a few minutes. I think those are both good options to hopefully have everything crisp up again, because unless you're gonna eat 3 at once, 1 or 2 might end up in the fridge. Now, let's get to the part that some of you are probably waiting on. And Brenda, if you're watching this video, I know that you and I go back and forth in the comments all the time about what Tara thinks of the recipe. So I know that this might interest you, and you'll probably still ask me about if she liked these or not. So I hope I didn't call you out in the video, but to see Tara in a video, we have some friends that we recently went on vacation with to Alaska, and they finally decided to make their own YouTube channel. So Tara and I, since we were with them, are in those videos. I was going to do some videos on how we handled gluten-free there for her, and I still may do that. It just may not show scenery from Alaska because I was too busy enjoying the trip. If you want to check out and see us in those videos, I'm going to link to 2 of their videos that are out right now. We are in both of those videos, so I'm not even going to link you to my other videos. So if you want to see my other videos, you're going to have to go to the channel. Tara does not make appearances in my videos, so now's your chance. Also, if you do watch one of those videos, please give them a thumbs up or make a quick comment down below, because it really does help them as they are a new channel. Guys, that's all I have for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I've got the rest of this to finish. Leave your comments below on your thoughts on this recipe. Sweet Lorens can be a little pricey, but I just made 3 turnovers for probably around $10, so figure $3.50 a piece. You're probably not going to get that at a gluten-free bake shop, so let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.